Hello again, hope you're doing well. We're looking at the IELTS Speaking Test Part 2. We're looking at a question where I can give you some words and some ideas to help you with this question. Describe a time when someone cooked a special meal for you. It's in this season's IELTS test, so let's dive straight in and have a look at the kind of thing you can do. So, immediately change the word time to the word occasion. That pushes it up, that elevates the word, that certainly gets a better score than the word time, and good paraphrasing to start with. So as you're explaining this question in your first sentence maybe, or your second sentence, you can say an occasion when, and then the person you're talking about, mother, sister, brother, uncle, good friend, complete stranger, up to you, and made you a wonderful meal. You could change that to anything you like. Now, what we've got here is a selection of words and ideas that you can start building on. Everyone will say delicious, really delicious. That's very much going to be a 5 or a 5.5 kind of word for this kind of question. But the word scrumptious or scrumptious is a really excellent alternative. It means really delicious, and it's a really uniquely uncommon word that will help you for this kind of thing when you're talking about food being really delicious. You can talk about the 3 courses that your friend made, the starter, the main course, the dessert, and go into detail in each of those different parts. If you want, it doesn't have to be the 3, it could be just 2, it could be even just the 1. But up to you, you can extend it out, you could say more. Usually the starter is smaller, main course is larger, and of course the dessert is sweet. So it's up to you what you say. I would recommend you use a little bit of past perfect, and then you could use this kind of sentence. So he or she took extra care to, or extra care had been taken to. And then you can describe something, how it's cooked, prepared, how it's been made in a specific way that's exactly right, that is precisely the way you like it or the way it should be cooked. You can use these 3 sort of adjectives to describe the meal: exquisite, exceptional, delightful. All very good words for food, also good for other things too, like clothes perhaps, or even you could talk about a place. A person's signature dish is the one thing, like their signature, that they can do very, very, very well. So this is something you can talk about, their signature dish. You could talk about the food that really was unbelievable or extraordinary. And that leads us to this word delicious. If you're going to use the word delicious, which is probable because it's very difficult to talk about food and not use that word, use a very nice adverb before the word delicious. Unbelievably, extraordinarily delicious. That would be great. And then, you've got a lot of descriptions you can give. You can use all your senses for this one, where they smell, perhaps the way they sounded when they were cooking, and definitely the way they made you feel. So there's 4 different structures of sentences, adjectives that fit those 4 sentences that will really boost that score if you do this question well. You can talk about the ingredients, the materials that made up the meal, and how the person prepared the ingredients brilliantly, meticulously, very well. And again, because the question is talking about a special meal, you can talk about the experience of the meal. Who was at the table? Where were you? Were you outside, inside, in a very special place? Was it just a picnic? Who knows? But up to you. There's some great words for you. You need at least 7. 7 to 10 uncommon words is really what you're looking for to get a 7 for your language score in part 2 of the speaking test. So that's a really good way to prepare for your test. And of course you don't need to answer all the questions on the card, but they can be helpful. And always use PPF, past, present, future, just to remind you. Great! So I hope that helped you with this question, and it helps you prepare for your future so you can be productive in your preparation for your IELTS speaking test. I wish you all the best. Look forward to seeing you in class.